Come on, I remember somebody telling me that this was a Panari temple.
What is it that you want of me? What can I answer for you?
What do you know about this place?
This is Shrouded Hills. There's an old Panari temple here. The Elder Joachim told me that it was once a very important place to the Panari. I don't know much else about the place beyond that.
There it is. So let's get in. Oh, well, this is clearly not being used anymore. What's wrong with these ratties? They're way too quiet. Magnesium and ammonia. Maybe I should remember that these things are here. Just in case. Don't really want to pick them up, but... I want... Somebody lives in here. Sewer rat. Oh! Indeed. No, Mr. Dixon, no. They attacked just like that all of a sudden. I don't remember them behaving like this. That was a good throw, Mr. Dixon. I just said that. There we go. Come on, Virgil. You can finish him. There we go. See? Is there anything really worth it in here? Hey? Oh, it's this guy then. Must be this guy. There we go. We're done. Nothing? Nothing. You like my steam engine? It's mine. I keep it clean, it run good. Oh, this guy. Yes, I see. It's very pretty. Yes, it's shiny, see? I like steam. Steam is hot, it makes funny noise. And you say you take care of this thing? It's good with machine, I fix good. You like my steam engine? It's shiny. I see. Well, it has been intellectually stimulating, but I must go. Alright. This is a steam engine, actually. In the manual, when you look at the races that populate Arcanum, it is mentioned that some elves actually feel sick when in proximity with the engines or highly industrialized cities. It is mentioned in the manual, but it's full of elves in Tarant. Just the same. I guess some of them get sick, but not all. Okay. Oh, Mr. Dixon. There we go. Anymore? Do you want to fight anymore? No. This guy lives in here with a steam engine, and that's great. The game is lagging a bit. I know why it is. Because I am doing something else in the background. Let's explore Shrouded Hills properly, shall we? The man before you is a youngish gnome dressed in a well-made suit. Excuse me, but I couldn't help but notice that you're new here in town. I've heard about the EIFS Zephyr. Were you on the blimp when it crashed? Well, I said it to the sheriff constable, so... Well, yes. Yes, I was. Oh, thank heavens. Then there were survivors? Did the others come here as well? Where are they staying? There were no other survivors, I was the only one. Are you sure? The gnome looks crestfallen. My older brother, he was on the blimp. A gnomish gentleman of some years. Did you happen to see him, sir? Well, I did see Preston. I did see a gnome. I'm sorry, but he died. His face goes pale. No, not Preston. He is silent for a moment, looking away. I see. Thank you, sir. You've been most helpful. Wait, he told me to find the boy and give him this ring. I see. He looks longingly at the ring. It was his family heirloom. He looks on the verge of tears. Even in death, he was thinking of his family first. He seemed very upset and confused. Said he'd escaped from somewhere. Really? The man seemed surprised, a little nervous. Yes, well, Preston was getting on in years. Sometimes he had a little trouble remembering exactly where he was. He was overseas. He lowers his voice. Receiving treatments? Oh, well, if you're carrying identification, I'll give you the ring. He seems hurt by your doubt. Sir, this is a difficult time for me. I haven't my passport. I've lost it on the way here. He looks angry, frustrated. I'd just appreciate if you'd give me the ring. Please, it belongs to me. Well, why don't you just describe the ring in detail? His face turns red as he gets more flustered. Listen, I've come a long way. It's been years since I've seen that ring. He sets his jaw, exhaling. Look, I'll pay you for it. Where are you traveling from? You arrived here awfully fast. The gnome's mouth drops open, as if to say something, then shuts. His eyes narrow and he takes a step forward. I recommend you give me the ring, friend. You're a stranger here, and you can be assured that the town constable will see things that way. Perhaps we should go speak with him about this. He takes another step towards you, and then moves back, seeming to think twice of it. Fine, stranger, have it your way. You're making a big mistake. I'll have that ring one way or another. Perhaps. I bid you good day. So many shady people asking for Preston. Never trust a gnome. Never. In this game. I encourage you to go online and maybe read about all the races. Because they're really interesting, each one of them. For example, this young gnome here actually talks about his family and his and Preston family, and that's actually how gnomes live. They have they descend from dwarves, and they have this big what do you say? How do you say it? Enlarged families. They work. I mean, it's not meant to be rude, but it sounds a bit like they're some kind of criminal organization, and they care a lot about all the members of their family. The family is closely knit, and if you insult a member of a family, you might have the whole family coming after you, and they are often in positions of power, such as factories, businesses, and such things. Also politics and banks. They seem to love money a lot, and they're usually accompanied by huge half ogres. This is Ristezze imported goods. Let's talk with him. It's nice to meet you. And you are a good sir? I am Ristezze, importer of fine goods and rarities from all over the world. Nowhere will you find a more incredible assortment of fantastical oddities from the four corners of Arcanum and beyond. You're looking for something specific, yes? You seem knowledgeable. Could you answer a few questions? What can Ristezze do for you? What can you tell me about this ring? Interesting. A finely made piece of jewelry. What exactly do you want from Ristezze? I'd like to ask about the imprint of Picholier and Sons. Picholier and Sons? A very important piece of this puzzle, eh, my friend? Ristezze has been very free with information, no? What have you to offer, Ristezze? You've been nothing but helpful and very knowledgeable. Ah, yes. Flattery will get you everywhere with Ristezze, but Ristezze is not so easily thwarted, my silver-tongued friend. Now, about what Ristezze might need in return. Well, what would you want? Well, Ristezze is a collector of strange and wonderful things. Perhaps there are a few objects you could add to Ristezze's collection? Such as? Two things, actually. If you were able to locate a camera, that technological wonder, or something of Bessie Toons, Ristezze might tell you about Picholier and Sons and where you might find them. I've heard about Bessie already. Can you tell me anything more? Bessie Toon was the owner of the old mine just north of town. Rumor has it that one day she walked up to the mine, fired all of the workers and disappeared into the caves. She was never seen again. Where should I look for her things? In the mine? Yes, Ristezze would say that is the best place to search. We actually have a camera, but I think we are holding on to it because, again, that camera might have evidence of what happened in the Zeppelin, because if you remember the cutscene, the guy that had the camera on himself was taking pictures on the main deck outside when the attack happened. So I think we are going to go for Bessie Toons whatever. Alright, I'll return when I've found either or both of the items. But first... can you tell me other informations about the rings, such as what is it made out of? I'm not quite sure, but Ristezze would say that it's made out of silver, a fine grade as well. Note the way it shines. Ristezze would also say it was made nowhere near Shrouded Hills. Nothing of such quality could have come from this place. What about the initials GB? GB? No one that I know, plus it's impossible that someone in Shrouded Hills would own such a high-quality piece of jewelry. More likely, they'd melt it down and use it for nails. Oh, the thought. How Ristezze has languished here, my friend. What do you think something like this is worth? Something like this? I don't know. It's a little risky. I couldn't offer you any more than 150 gold pieces for it. That's a gift, my friend. With my luck, it's probably a fake or it's stolen. But 150 gold pieces it is. Well, I'm not looking about selling it, but let's barter, shall we? Tell me a bit about you. Where are you from? Ristezze? Ristezze is from nowhere and everywhere, a nomad, scouring the land for such objects as have never been seen by the eyes. Dear God, forget I asked a few more questions. What about Shrouded Hills? Shrouded Hills? A small town, too small for the fabulous Ristezze. Were it not for a temporary financial setback, I'd leave right away. If you want to know more about this little boring place, ask the local constable. I see. What sort of objects do you buy and sell? Ristezze sells many things, all different and all unusual. Ristezze is an expert in things both magical and technological. Ristezze can tell you... wait. What exactly makes something magical? Magical? You know, some stuffy mage casts a spell on something and makes it magical. After that, it does strange things to people, or it makes the trees turn blue, or you grow another arm. You know, magical. I see. And how does one become a stuffy mage? Become a mage? Why would you want to do that? Ristezze would think you probably just need to chant spells all day, or draw a rune in the dirt with a stick and stay away from technological things. Anything else? Ristezze has known many mages in his time, and never was there a one who wasn't too smart for his own good, always reading books or telling Ristezze of his amazing intellect. If a mage is anything, I suppose it would be smart. You talked before about staying away from technology. Magic and technology are two sides of the same coin, yes? One of them twists nature, that being magic, and the other one uses it. Because of this, they don't work too well around one another. One of them always seems to break the other, no? Ristezze has different shelves for both. This is really nice. This exposition is good. Let's talk about technology one moment. Technology? Ristezze knows much about this. Gears and pistons and wheels and pulleys, dwarven things of old, the sciences of man, machines of nature and its forces, amazing contraptions to dazzle. Okay, can anyone make these things? Yes, I'm not an expert in the sciences, but all it takes is much study in one of the technological disciplines to become proficient in their ways. But stay away from mages and all things magical. Well, why do I need to stay away? It's because they're opposites, and technologies don't work next to magic, and magic doesn't work next to technology. What are magical things? Maybe? Okay, this is the dialogue is looping, which is perfect. Let's talk about something else. Let's barter. Finally. Oh, I'm gonna give you this. and all this junk, because I haven't really decided if I'm going to specialize and these in either magic or technology. Oh, these. I have my boomerang and that's about it. It doesn't really have anything particular.
What is it that you want?
Do you have anything I could sell? Maybe this. This little dagger. These arrows. It's not like we're using them, right? Maybe. Charcoal and saltpeter are used to make bullets. But I don't know if I really want to get into firearms. It's getting complicated because it's the first time I play such a character. Maybe I should go with just stealth, all of it. We must sell this. It's not very good. Yeah, take that. Take it. You won't buy this, alright, because there's somebody else that buys it. Let's move on. This is the smithy. Oh, look, Virgil. By the way, all of this stuff, some of this stuff, actually I think all of it, can be used to make things. For example, if you had, with the rug and a, what is it, a fuel, you can make a Molotov cocktail. Always look into the garbage. Okay, very good.
What is it that you want of me?
Look what I found for you. A pair of shoes. Wear them. Good guy. It's nice to meet you. Might ask who you are, sir? Greetings. I'm Lloyd Gurlows, the local blacksmith. How might I help you today? Pleasure, Lloyd. Might I ask you a few questions? So what do you do here, Lloyd? What services were you in need of? He can teach you. There is a whole thing about apprentice and something like intermediate and master. I'm going to explain that later. So tell me what's going on around here. I can do that for 9 coins. That's a bargain price, is it not? No. Really, I'm not in the mood for that. So how has business been lately? Business? Oh, I suppose it's never outstanding here in Shrouded Hills. We're a small town and a simple folk. But to be honest, I've had trouble getting my hands on any good ore for smithing. It's hard to bring up anything out of all the Bessitoon. Huh, again, this Bessitoon. Tell me about it. The Bessitoon is an old silver mine, just north and a little west of town. There hasn't been silver down there for a long time, but they'll still bring up some iron ore every once in a while. Worthless though, as long as Bessie's wandering in her mine. She's wandering in there? Wait, tell me more. Lloyd winks at you. Well, I could tell you who she was, but I'm no good at spinning yarns. If you really want to know about old Bessie, you should talk to her son, Percival. He lives on up there near the mine. fine. So, what type of ore do you need then, Lloyd? Well, sir, I'm in dire need of some pure ore. I'll not make a blade without it. If you could find some, I might be obliged to make you a dagger out of whatever was left. If I find any... yeah, it sounds like a good trade, I'll do it. My thanks to you, stranger, I'll be here when you find it. Alright. It seems like a lot of things are gravitating around the Bessitoon. Oh, boots. Revolver parts. Oh, wait. I can get rid of these too. They respawn, by the way, the rubbish bins.
What is it that you wanted?
Maybe these are better for you, Virgil. I have no idea really, but... they ain't gonna do much, but it's about all we have right now. Hello, sir. May I ask you some questions? I haven't time to talk. Oh, come on, you have. Okay, so if you have 1 point in stuff like dodge or melee or throw, bow, if you manage to find teachers, you can, I think, refine would be the right word, your skill a bit. For example, this... oh, he has throwing. Maybe I'm gonna take it. He has dodge, melee, throwing, spotting trap. Let's try to become an apprentice in throwing. Okay, you have to pay. And then you're an apprentice. Well, thank you. And then you can become an expert. So where could I find an expert trainer for throwing? An expert trainer for throwing might be found in Dernholm, or you could try Ashbury. I'm not positive which. Well, thank you. So now we have throwing, and here next to it, apprentice. I have never really learned what that specifically does, but it makes your skill better. And allows you to get to master, which I think will allow you to have no critical failure, because this game has critical failure. You will fail less and less, and your skill will be perfect. I think only the main protagonist can be trained, or you could train if you had a special background. You could train your followers, maybe. There are so many possibilities in this game that I genuinely cannot remember all of them, and windows can open. More rose cleaner. We completely bypassed this. Slim Pickens. Sounds like another shop. Oh, a gnome. Hello. Hello, see anything you like? Can you tell me anything about this ring I found? Very exquisite ring, my friend. Hold on to it. Your kindness is appreciated. Oh, let me see what you have. You have some stuff, don't you? Some Earl Grey as well. Bandages and black powder. Water lantern. Some magical potions, some salves. Nothing I really need right now. Oh, sweet cakes. Oh, yeah. I forgot to sell Lloyd some stuff. Can we barter? This one, and also these two. Do you want this? No, not really. Ah, Slim would want those, wouldn't it? In Shrouded Hills, there's everything you need to start the game. Is a little bit of a hub. Selling all. Yeah. Nah, no arrows.